hangover. Whoa, I've been drinking too much for sure. I got a hangover. Whoa, I got an empty cup.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Esports Week 11 Friday matchup between Piping Esports and Noineps. It's a battle at the top. Joining me on the cast tonight is none other than...
I played Dota twice. What's going on, guys? I'm ready to see some first place versus second place action in the Bronze, Silver, Gold competitive series. What about you, Blaze?
I'm absolutely on board with that as well. I'm wondering what we might see out of these two teams. Some new roster changes with Kid of Fire in the middle lane, Octave in the jungle, along with Flydon in the AD carry role, but Zigray and Mimo are still in the Piping roster.
Correct. So we see Nightimps lose a ban. Wait, yeah, okay. I was wondering. I was like, I don't think they're supposed to lose a ban. So I think might have been a little issue there, because I don't believe Nightimps, they have their roster.
Yes.
Okay. GVG had a client bug, so that's what it was. Okie doke.
All right.
All right, Blaze. Before we get into this, prediction for the match. Let's go.
Prediction for the match, the whole series?
Boom.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Piping Esports 2-0. Let's go.
Piping Esports 2-0. Wow. No faith in Naughty Nips.
I think Noineps have played excellently throughout this season. I really do think that they are a strong team. They're definitely the number 2 seed. However, I have yet to see Piping lose a single series 0-2. So I could definitely see Noineps taking a game. However, I'm going to favor them and their superior macro control in winning both of the games.
So you think Piping are going to win both?
Yes.
Please. Breaking my balls, man. You always talk up a team. You're always like, this team is really good. This team does lots of things right, but they're going to lose.
Oh, yeah. Hashtag season of ESG as we finally get the first ban. Galio's off the table.
So, alright, Galio ban. Obviously, Kid of Fire, when he played for All One Lane, was spamming that champion super hard. Zoe, same thing for Omen. Both mid laners love those respective champions, so it makes sense to ban them. I don't really know too much about Octave, so can't really say, but I'm pretty sure that's not a solo lane Kha'Zix, so I'm going to go ahead and say target ban against him. So my interesting matchup, I think it's going to be the jungle, because both junglers for both teams, well, I don't really know anything about Octave, but Razzle Frazzle, I wouldn't say is my #1 jungler in my book, personally. So, but as far as GVG, Omen, very good. Hero, which is, if anyone's unaware, the old ADC for All One Lane, for BMG, for Aether, for All One Lane.
Yes.
He gets around a little bit, but good ADC. Very big pickup for them, and also a big miss because CTG Requiem's not here for Piping.
He may not be here for Piping, but Piping are here for themselves, and looks like Zigray going to stay true to his tank style in the top lane, locking in the Ornn. What do we know, Nips? What do you think Nips might have to try and kill him?
So that Swain is a flex pick because GG and Omen both play, so they're going to flex that Swain and probably wait and see if a mid laner by Piping is picked, so Omen can get the counter pick. But just about Ornn, like in general, I feel like I thought he got nerfed a lot. Is this a okay? Whew, that last second. Well, I guess that's a top Ken. I don't think GVG plays Kennen. I don't know who that's for.
All right, that's a very interesting pickup. For now, let's say it's in the top lane, maybe the mid lane.
Well, if they pick GP here, though, that's definitely going to be an AD Kennen. But I haven't seen that since
in a while.
Yes. Holy shit! Okay, that's an ADC Kennen. There's no way it goes anywhere else. I guess.
All right.
All right. I do not like these picks at all.
So AD carry Kennen is really abusable, especially against Zyra, one of the best bottom lanes in the game right now. So as long as Flydon and Mimo just play how they normally would, looking at the champion select at the current state, I do think that Piping are looking really good so far, and the game hasn't even started.
Okay. So I'm getting some DMs that those were not the right picks. Client is bugging out. Okay. So.
All
okay.
right.
Okay. I was wondering because the whole point of flexing is to not show your hand, and by immediately picking all your other lanes, you kind of give it away.
Yes.
So, okie dokie.
All right. Take 3. Third time's a charm, as we will jump right back into the champion select.
Yeah, let's try to figure out what the correct where they went astray here.
They went astray.
Picks. Everything but the Kennen. Okay, so mid Swain for sure. GP.
Top. All right. We got a few ounces of foresight on this one.
Supposed to be a Zach. Okay. Well, I really like that team comp. I'm not gonna lie. So far, a Zach Swain GP. That's
definitely sounds really scary. Has some area of effect. Has some strong crowd control. Hopefully, they can complement that with the strong bottom lane that can, not include ADC Kennen. So I definitely do think that Noinip's comp is looking good, but so is Piping's at this point.
Yes.
In the middle lane for Kid of Fire with Gallia being taken away, what do you think he might pick?
I'm trying to remember what he did play quite a bit of Ahri, for all one lane, so he could whip that out. Ahri, definitely not the best mid champion, but she's not the worst mid champion either. Good mobility, got a little bit of CC with the charm, decent damage. It's not a bad champion. Not, like I said, not top tier. So either way, but I do like the Ornn pick. Played against a couple Ornns recently. I don't know if he's coming back in the meta or just happenstance. But yeah, he's pretty strong still.
Absolutely.
I thought he got nerfed into the ground, and everyone's like, "Oh, Ornn's useless now. Don't pick Ornn. Forget it." And then I go against him a couple times in the solo queue, and the man just doesn't die and just completely annihilates me as an ADC. So, yeah, not that bad, I guess.
Yeah, probably not. Ornn's still a very tanky and survivable champion in the top lane. Not many matchups really screw him over. There are a few, but most notably, it's just annoying to play against an Ornn. And if he gets tanky, there's really no stopping him.
Yeah, for sure. I love his ult, the long range. The first time it hits a slow. The second time it does the knockup for the hard CC. So if you're a pretty good Ornn player, you can definitely lock down every single person on the enemy team, which obviously pretty nice to do as a tank player. Oh, my client is bugged. It says
yes.
Oh, yours is too?
Yeah, mine is as well. Looks like Kennedy carry as well. So.
Okay. Well, the Kennen is not right. So we should see the same bans here. Galio, Zoe.
Yep, there you go.
I also wanted to touch on Hero Terna. They are Piping banned his MF, which I believe it was last week he played MF. Disgusting. MF also recently got a buff, so she is very good right now. Well, not very good. I shouldn't have said that, but she's better, I guess is the correct phrase. 1 AD scaling isn't a lot, but I don't think MF is in a terrible spot anyway, so you give her that extra 1 AD, just a little compensation there. And obviously, Hero loves the champion. It's a pretty good lane bully. So makes sense why they'd want to ban that. Same thing for banning the Caitlyn. Pretty good lane bully, good tower taker, good team fight. All in all, solid ADC. Swain pick, should see the Ornn lock, should see the Xayah lock. Now we should not see a Kennen lock here.
No, we should not at all, and I think they're going to very swiftly pick up the Gangplank unless they want to have it on the same rotation regardless. Depends how much they want to show their hand, how quickly.
Yeah, it should be a Zac GP here. Unless we have another client malfunction and then dodge, which people
Hopefully
are going to
doesn't
riot.
happen.
People are going to riot in the street. Okay, look at that. Here we go. Why are people waiting to the last second, man? Come on, you guys.
Just lock it in. Gives your opponent less time to think.
Yeah. Come on. I hate that. It's like you already know what you're going to pick. Why let the other team react to it? Just insta-lock both of them. Boom. Move on.
So, talking mid lane picks for Kid of Fire here a little more. He's kind of notorious for playing Bran, playing Annie before. Do you think he'll play these champions against the comp the Nips have so far?
Honestly, I don't really like Bran mid, just because the no escape thing. I just feel like, especially against Naughty Nips, because I know it's been a meme that Owen gets his lane camped, he gets his hand held by the jungler, but it's also correct. If you're going against Omen, you're not actually in a 1v1 lane. You're in a 2v1 lane, at best. Sometimes the support roams, or GVG will roam also. So you might be in a 3v1 lane. Taking a champion that does not have a decent escape, you're just begging to be 0-4 by the time lane phase is over, and then Omen is just gonna roam the map doing tons of damage. So I would like to see Ahri's not too bad, although she doesn't have the escape to level 6. She does get it. So something like that, because Zac is gonna camp your lane. I mean, Zac's a good ganker. Anyway, 9-up strategy revolves around getting solo lane. Okay, there's the Ahri band. I do like that quite a bit. 100% agree with that. Skarner ban, he's a pretty good jungler. I personally would like them to see them ban out too if Kid of Fire's mid laner.
While we're talking about Kid of Fire mid laners that we were talking about, Bran is the lock-in.
I don't like that at all. I mean, Kid of Fire plays a good Bran. I'm not trying to flame him. He is a solid Bran player. He does well, but like I said, you're going against a Zac and a Swain. A lot of CC there. I just have a feeling it's going to be a rough matchup. Ezreal for Hero of Termina, solid champion, does good damage. Should help push them through the mid game. Thresh, I would have liked to see maybe another tank.
I think a Taric would be excellent right here. It's open.
I was thinking Braum too. I would like to see a Braum just do the shield block, especially on brand damage. Oh,
there we go.
Oh boy, the prophet has returned. All right. Man, I guess they're listening to the stream. Good on you, mates. So yeah, I really like that. Braum has the knock up. He has the slow with this Q, the winner's bite passive, and then he hopefully, if everything goes according to plan, can block a lot of Brand's damage. The Olaf, though, you are not going to stop an Olaf, no matter how hard you may try. Okay, so for me, the way this should go is Razzle Frazzle camps Omen, kills Brand over and over because he will only have the flash for an escape. Omen gets ahead. GVG just sits up top farming. I would assume he's going to take Klepto, hopefully proccing those stats over and over. 2v2 Ezreal, Braum versus Xayah Rakan. I feel like it's kind of a skill matchup. There's really no inherently this side should win 100%. Definitely going to be a skill matchup, but I'm not sure if Frazzle's going to gank them. Also, Blight's not playing. I forgot to mention that.
Oh yeah, Blight. Yeah, definitely a big thing that Blight's not playing on the side of piping esports. But at the same time, hovering back to the bottom lane matchup, I feel like it's actually in favor of Nips here because little fact that people may overlook is that Mystic Shot does proc Winter's Bite. So suddenly that's one less auto attack that Ezreal needs to get out while still getting his Q damage onto the opponent. So if Mimo messes up a battle dance and ends up going in, and Hero is able to Arcane Shift out, I think that might be an automatic one trade for Nips.
Yeah, no, with an Ezreal Braum bot lane, I mean, played this lane quite a bit because Don loves Braum also. You can proc his passive super quickly because Braum can cancel the auto animation with this Q. You can do the same thing with Ezreal. Auto, then cancel your auto with the Q. So within 0.2 seconds, you could technically proc your passive. Obviously, that's really hard to do. Both players need to do it. There can't be anything in between them, yada, yada. Lots of variables. But in theory, you can proc it in half a second. And then both of you just stand there just punching Rakan in the face while he's stunned. So, like I said, will that happen? I don't know. Honestly, I kind of want to give this to Nips. Couple factors. I like their team comp just a wee bit more. I don't think Piping have a bad team comp by any means at all, but I do like. I think Nips. I like it a little more. And then also, I'd have to say Piping not having Blight, not having CTG Requiem. I feel like are pretty pretty big knocks against them. Just my opinion. So I'm gonna have to give this to 9nips. I'm gonna give this game. Are you still? You gonna still stick with piping? I'll let you change. I'm not a tyrant.
I'm still gonna stick with piping. I'll definitely admit 9nips have a strong comp. However, if 9nips don't do anything with that comp, then suddenly piping scales. You have an Olaf that's going to be running at you, who I don't 100% agree with the flash take over the ghost, but regardless, really strong front line on the side of piping esports, and a really good lockdown with the quickness coming out of Mimo as well. So I feel if they are able to utilize those elements, they'll definitely come out on top. It really comes down to proactivity in this matchup.
Yeah, I'm really looking. I think my two. I mean, I hate to say it, my two key players for 9nips are going to be GVG, Omen. Just because Swain, I think, is. I don't know if he's broken right now, but he's definitely really, really good. And Omen's been spamming him in solo queue, spamming him in customs. So he's got a pretty good grasp on the champion. And then GVG, same thing. Gangplank is definitely by no means broken or OP right now, but he's not bad either. And GVG is a monster on this guy once he gets a couple items. Pretty good farm in lane. Very good stacking with the Klepto. So I think they have really good scaling with that. Yeah, I think it's just really hard for me personally to judge this because they have the two subs who I have yet to see play personally, so I can't really give my 2 cents on where I'd place them, mid or top tier players.
What I would like to hear your 2 cents on is that Kidafire has stuck with Exhaust in this matchup over different summoner spell like Teleport or something else. What do you feel about that?
I see why he took the Exhaust. I don't know. I don't think he would want to take Ignite. So I agree with that. Barrier, maybe Barrier. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like Zach's gonna jump in on him. Swain's gonna jump in on him, and I don't think one exhaust is gonna be enough to stop the two of them from CC locking you constantly and then just slowly killing you over time. Olaf has Predator also. So that's gonna be fun. That's gonna.
Oh my, yeah, that's gonna be interesting stuff.
GVG did not take Klepto either. I know it's not as broken on GP, but I think that's still like the preferred. I'm not super sure on that. So if someone knows, please let me know in Twitch chat. I am not a GP main at all. Pretty normal stuff. Bot lane, Not a Green took the Exhaust. Meanwhile, Mimo took the Ignite, which pretty standard. I feel like piping bot lane almost always takes Ignite. They love the kill pressure. They usually do a pretty good job of winning bot lane with the Ignite, so it makes sense. Omen took TP. Again, pretty standard stuff. I don't know really what else you would take on Swain. Barrier.
No. Nah, not
the only
feeling
thing
like
I could see is maybe a ghost. I wouldn't mind seeing like a ghost flash. Seeing a Swain ghosted and then ult.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. What I want to see in this matchup, though, out of 9nips is Razzle Frazzle and when he ganks and how he does it. Because very much, I think, early game, Orin, Gangplank, they're not going to kill each other. Maybe not even mid-game if it extends to that point. As long as the brand plays properly against the Swain, he shouldn't be dead either. And it's a very even matchup in the bottom lane. So I want to see how much proactivity Razzle Frazzle brings to 9nips in this game.
No, I 100% agree. I feel like since Barcode left, it did a really big hit to 9nips because that's what he did. He ganked a lot and he warded a lot. And that's just what you need in a jungler. You need someone to constantly apply pressure to your lanes. Because if the lane has no fear of being ganked, then they're just going to sit under your tower, poke you every time you will go for a CS. Because what's the consequence for doing that? If the jungler's not ganking, there is no consequence. So I'm just going to stand in your face the whole time. Every time you auto a minion, I'm going to auto you. Sooner or later, you're going to have to leave the lane. But if the jungler's constantly placing ward, constantly denying vision for the enemy team, and ganking, then you're going to think twice about that. You're going to want to get deep wards. You're going to want to scan the wards, and just all in all be pretty scared. Especially Zach, who can just fly over a wall and just land on top of you at any time.
Oh yeah, I believe it was nerfed many patches ago. However, Elastic Slingshot has a ridiculous range in the early levels. Ridiculous. I think it's around 800 level 1. Don't quote me on that, but it's something like that. Really
Sounds
crazy.
believable. I believe you, Blaze. You talked me into it. I'm assuming we won't see a level 1 all-in. Oh, I'm seeing some pings, but it should be just a line of scrimmage for both teams. Looks like that's what they're going to do. Can't say I'm very surprised.
Hmm.
So both mid laners taking Doran's Ring, 2 pots. Okay.
Yeah. Most of all, I think very standard starts, and we talked about Razzle Frazzle a bit. Let's talk about Octave a little bit. What do we think he's going to be doing this game?
Well, personally, I don't know him, but as an Olaf, I don't think he has a ton of early pressure. No, he does have a ton of early pressure, I believe. Yeah, because his Axis. Not gonna lie, I can't comment too well on it. I've only seen a few Olafs play, but once he picks up his Predator, he's gonna be a fast boy, and you can't stop him once he has his ult. So it's gonna be very hard to kill them, because Ezreal should be doing good damage. Omen usually goes full AP sway, not the tanky version, so he'll be doing good damage. Same with GVG. But the problem is, Omen's going to be pretty squishy, GVG's going to be very squishy and have no escape. Hero Terminus should just be able to use his E to get out of any trouble pretty easily, but the rest of the team does not have such an option.
No, they do not, and I definitely feel that GVG is going to be the one with the hot pressure on him early on in the matchup. I feel if I'm Octave and I want to gank a lane as soon as possible, I go straight to top.
Oh, looks like he's going to try to take the blue buff here. Razzle Frazzle being a little greedy, doing the Raptors before he goes to the buff, so looks like, yeah.
I like this. This is
I don't think he's
very
gonna
good
catch
at
on.
Octave. Very smart move by him. It doesn't go for any of his camps, head straight to the blue buff since they know where no nips are on the matchup, from where the bottom lane got into the laning phase. I like it. Piping Esports staying proactive as they have all season.
Wait, is Zach going to steal his blue? No, he's warding it. He should know something's up, because he warded the blue, and he sees that Octave's not on it. Yeah, I don't like that by Razzle Frazzle. That's why a lot of times, the higher levels you see just go buff to prevent the counter jungle from occurring, but Razzle's about to be a very sad boy when he goes and checks his side of the map and find out he has no buffs or camp. So just normal farm stuff going on. GVG finding himself a little bit of a pickle, a little bit down CS, but he should be okay. He does have a pretty big wave here. He should be able to clean up a little bit of it.
Should be able to Kid of Fire getting some decent poke damage onto Omen. Pillar of Fire definitely doing a good chunk of damage to the all levels in the game.
Yeah, there's the pings from Octave, I'm assuming, because they have that deep ward in the blue side of Nonip's jungle, letting Zigri know Zach could be ganking, but they see him again on the map as he's going bot side. So good job so far on piping. Good deep wards to let you know the jungler's rotations. Same thing from Ninips, pinging, doing the vision pings.
Absolutely, and this is what we love to see out of piping every single game. Their wards are always high. Early game warding is not something you see common in this league, and I think it's one of the defining factors as to why they are the #1 team.
Yeah, no, I think people underestimate the amount of help just 1 or 2 extra wards can do. If you have 1 or 2 extra wards than your opponent, a lot of people would say, who cares, 1 or 2 wards, what's that going to make a difference? But it can make huge differences. It could tell you what side he's on the map, which can tell you, well, if he's on boss side, I know for a fact I'm not going to get ganked top. Fight top lane, GVG walks out, easy peasy. So far, I'm surprised no ganks yet. I figured there'd be at least 1 gank.
While we're talking about that, a little bit of damage on it here, takes the worst end of the trade, gets the stun back, and it's just an even trade between both of the teams. In the mid lane, though, Kid might be in trouble here. No, another even trade, and now in the mid lane.
Yeah, it looks like Owen's taken a little bit of the worst side of the trade, but not really too much to make a huge deal. Both of them will pop a pot. They should be okie dokie. Every lane right now, even in CF, except for the junglers. Oh, this is not where you want to be, Razzle.
Junglers, they're gonna spy each other. Octave looks like he's found himself a friend. Kid of Fire not gonna land the pillar. Looks like Razzle Frazzle does get out.
Yeah, Razzle is pretty far behind Olaf right now.
Oh my, actually, yeah. Oh my goodness, double
Yes.
in CS.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Razzle is. I do not think he's a top tier jungler, and it looks like Octave's. I mean, so far so good. Obviously, it's the first game I've seen him play, but hey, man, you gotta start somewhere, right? Oh, nice
Wait, he
stun.
lands the stun, the pillar to follow. First blood for Kid of Fire.
Oh
Now
my!
the top lane, it looks like a gank might come through. Nope, GVG's gonna be able to get out.
Hashtag better mid laner. Not the alpha.
Not the alpha, bringing him down to the beta. Kid of Fire, a solo kill onto Omen in a matchup that we thought was gonna go in favor of the Swain.
Yeah, well, I also thought Zach would gank, but seems that's not the plan here. I guess change of plans from the jungler. We don't gank anymore, boys.
You were talking about how much it was a 2v1 lane for Omen throughout most of the season, but what happens if suddenly it's a normal 1v1 lane? Does that mean all the pressure was lost for Naughty Neps?
Yeah, I guess Zeno was right. Omen only wins because the jungler. So Zeno's been saying in Discord all season. Nah, give a little flame to Omen. But, I mean, Kid of Fire just played that very well, honestly. Now he's level 6, so he's going to be doing tons of damage if he can get some solid bounces on that ult. Like I said, I am disappointed that Razzle hasn't ganked once. I mean, Zach has super good ganks, man. Like, it's kind of like what you do here.
Yeah,
But,
and
oh, here we go. Good,
in the
good
bottom
trades going on.
they're trying to force something. Hero still gets hit by the knockup. There's the exhaust. They're piling it right on towards the Rakan. They will get the damage, but not enough to kill Flydon.
Yeah, so good damage, but they do burn the summoner spell for it. But hopefully, if they can hard shove this wave and make Flydon miss some CS, then it would be worth it. I'm sure Mimo is going to try to save as much as he can here. Really gotta shove quickly while Olaf's looking top. He's just gonna clear this ward, it looks like.
Definitely, and one of the things that Naughty Neps did get out of that is a farm lead, 66 to 52 right now. Looks like Hero's recall will get interrupted, so that was good by Mimo to try and help alleviate that pressure. However, while they didn't get any summoner spells for it nor any kills, Naughty Neps are winning in the farm.
Another blue buff taken by piping. That's going to be huge. Omen not getting a blue buff, plus Kid of Fire getting a blue buff. That's really big for the shoving. I mean, you can see. Dive. Wow, GVG does.
GVG might be in trouble here. We'll see how he plays it. There's the call of the Forge Guard. They're going to land in towards him. The falling fire come through. GVG actually not dead just yet, and he might just come out with the double kill. What? GVG!
The spam ping MIA also. I love it. Is a fucking monster. If you are just watching the Bronze Silver Gold Competitive Series for the first time in your life, first off, I'm very sad that you've missed out on some great games. Second off, you should know that GVG is a fucking monster. There's a reason he was the best jungler in the Bronze Silver Gold Competitive Series Season 1, and then said, you know what, I'm coming back for Season 2, and I'm going to be the best top laner. And so far, he has done nothing but show us that he is the best top laner in the league. Oof. That was disgusting.
That was disgusting. It looked like piping had it, but we saw the Q damage on from the gangplank beforehand. We saw how much it did to Octave, and beautifully played by GBG.
Omen taking huge damage here. Kid of Fire just walking. Wow.
Actually, wait a second. Omen's eating all that damage.
Flash.
That's really bad. The flash kill to come through. One more hit would do it. He picks up the kill, but now Razzle's right on top of him. There's no way he doesn't get this kill. The exhaust won't do much. Wait a second. Mimo gets in. There's no way Kid just got out of that, and they're gonna save the teammate and turn around to a kill. What?
Yeah. Omen tried to bait that, baited a little too hard, died for it. Not sure if bot lane missed the MIA ping or Razzle's just being super greedy. But either way, someone messed up and they end up paying 2 kills for it and getting nothing in return.
They might pay even more for it right now. The stun, Octave taken low, not taken out though. And then this top lane, GVG is just flexing.
Yes, GVG doing good stuff. He's only up a couple farm. But the whole GP passive means he's up about 700 gold. Pretty good, and he's 2/3 of the way completed on his Triforce here.
We're-
But
Both of
Omen
these
is very
teams-
far behind.
Yeah, very, very far behind from Omen. And both of these teams, though, in terms of solo lanes, GBG, for Nordy, Kidfire, for Piping, are very much playing like a team. We saw both of those great escapes that happened because of teamwork plays. I have to admit, so far, both these teams are playing very, very good as the recall does go through.
Yeah, honestly, I really like that you mentioned how they're playing like a team, which I think they're doing very well. I think Kid of Fire just joined the team, what, a day or two ago, I assume? So, looking pretty good, looking like he's been a part of the roster for weeks now. No missteps so far, obviously pretty early in the game, but definitely flexing on Omen. I thought the brand was not going to be a good pick just because of no escape, but apparently you don't need to escape if you just kill him over and over.
No, definitely. And Zigray, a little greedy up in this top lane, and actually decides to go 1v1 against GVG, who's absolutely in favor of that. Doesn't land the barrel combo, though, so it's just on for show.
Yeah, GVG messed up his barrel combo there. If he would have, still wouldn't have killed Zigray, but definitely would have got a lot more damage. Yeah, they're trying to assist something up here mid lane, but I think Piping know about it. They should, because they have great ward coverage in 9-Nips jungle and in the river.
Kidfire leaning towards the other half of the map. Omen goes for the play. He might just get turned on, though. The Pyroclasm doesn't bounce back. He barely gets out of that one as Kidfire handles a 3-man gank from 9-Nips all on his own.
Yeah, Brand is very big right now, hitting a good power spike. I mean, he doesn't even really have anything yet. He's got a Lost Chapter and was a Spellbinder, I believe? Or yeah. Oblivion Orb. So, I mean, it's not like he's got a bunch of items. He's just, his base damage is just so high right now. Blue buff about to come up for 9-Nips again. If they could steal another blue buff.
Oh my goodness. That would be 3 for 3. Starve the Swain. That is absolutely a win condition for Piping if they're going to be able to pull it off.
Yeah, I don't know what Razzle's doing. You should know that your blue buff is coming up soon. Why are you bot lane? You're basically just saying, take my blue buff, I don't really need it anyway.
Well, with him being bot lane, at this point I say force the gank right now. No hesitation, just go in. There's the Elastic Slingshot, they landed on a Mimo, the double starting strike, the knockup, that should be a kill in favor of him. Featherstorm locks him up, and it looks like Piping just got out.
Yeah, really hard to gank Isaiah once you hit level 6. Same thing with Rakan, his ult, his W. His E, just super easy, a lot of escapes, a lot of CC, and they will get a summoner spell out of it. Zaya does flash for it, but for the loss of a blue buff, I don't know if that's worth getting a Zaya flash for that. Are we gonna see another dive top lane from the Olaf?
A lot of things have repeated itself in this game, so that might happen. We've seen blue buff steals, we've seen a lot of proactivity out of Pipe, and we see almost identical positioning from the level 1 situation. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen though.
Oof. I would have loved to see another dive. Try to get some retribution. But so far, gold lead. I mean, it's 9-Nips. It looks like it's about up probably like 20 gold. I would say.
Yeah, absolutely dead even right now. Lead for Piping Esports in the mid lane. Lead for 9-Nips in the top lane.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, wait a second. Nody Green, very low on this one. One more auto would do the trick if they can get it. Yes, they can. Ignite Tick does the magic it needs to. His hero not able to fire back.
Yeah, Nody Green playing really greedy there. Took a ton of damage while he was under the tower from the minions and Nemo. And then stays in lane, gets punished for it. Yeah. 9-Nips just looking very...
disorganized.
There you go. Yes, no synergy between the teams right here. They're probably gonna lose bot tower here with the 4-man. So that's gonna be first tower goal. That's gonna be pretty big for them. Omen's gonna look to come top. I don't think they're gonna get anything.
Try and pile their resources towards the winning lane. 3 members of 9-Nips coming up here. Zigray very tanky though. In fact, he might just take out GVG on his own.
Nice stop.
There's the elastic slingshot, the kill. Z-Gray, if they're able to get one more hit onto him, they should absolutely get the kill. Omen picks it up.
Yeah, so they get first tower, they get Drake for that. Nine Nips only get a kill. I don't believe they'll be able to take this tower. Maybe.
Yeah, I think they got
Yeah,
it.
they will,
Red buff on
actually,
the Zac. AD Gangplank. And like always. So I definitely think they do have the turret, and alright, that was very dangerous out of Mimo. If anyone else was there, that might have actually been a kill. But Piping Esports now firing on the middle turret.
Yeah, this... Yeah, Hero of Termina, very slow to react on the rotation. He went bot, farmed away first. They do save the tower, but it's very, very low. Oh, Zac going wild!
Frazzle goes in on this one, gets the stretching strike. Q to fire to follow up though. The damage, he split in up on a blobless. Pyroclasm to come through. Omen not able to do the damage in time as two-shot barrage just rattles across. Featherstorm to come through as well. It is a 2-for-0 for Piping.
Yeah, just, Yeah, Naughty Green dies, he had Flash up, he had Exhaust up. Just, honestly, just a lot of misplays coming out. I mean, you had Exhaust, burn your Exhaust. The whole point of Exhaust is so you don't die. The whole point of Flash is so you don't die. And meanwhile, you're dead with your Summoners up. So, yeah, just some individual misplays really costing Naughty Nips here, because just imagine Braum lives there, and then can sit in the back, maybe shield someone, maybe throw out a Q. They could probably have taken that tower, honestly. But instead they just have to recall, give over a couple hundred gold to Piping, and then hope for better days later on. Yeah,
so far their jungler, mid, and support all at 2 deaths, sharing 100% when combined.
Mortal Kombat!
Not today. Maybe another day. But so far I'd say the performers, you know, obviously looking down the scoreboard, GVG and Hero, not so much Hero, he's very quietly sat back,